Hi, and welcome to Live, Learn, Inspire podcast, the place where we like to share inspiring, informative, or educational stories. I'm your host, Albert Emmanuel, together with co-host Serge Balole Gamwanya. And we would like to welcome our guest in the house today, Salti. We are pleased to have you in the studio today.
Thanks, man.
Right? Before we start, you've said that music was almost like a therapy for you, right? And what was it saving you from, if we could, start with that one?
Plain and simple, and it's just me basically getting a release of all my emotions, a platform where I can express myself in any shape or form or way I want, either if I'm producing or writing music or doing something creative. It's, just a way of me expressing who I am. So I think that's why, actually.
Yeah.
And it gives me a lot. It kind of, it helps me because we have a lot of thoughts and we go through a lot of things that we want to do and stuff, and being creative in music and art also kind of lets you try out different things, right? So like trying and failing, and also knowing how that affects you and your expectations towards it or whatever, right? So for me, it's just like it's this platform or where I can have my own output, kind of, and then for people to kind of do as they please with it. See what I mean?
You came to Norway at a young age. 85 don't mistaken, right? And so you grew up in Bergen, Norway?
Yeah, I grew up in Bergen, yes.
And coming from Tanzania, right? How was that like? Because you tell us.
I mean, it was challenging. Being different and people around you making it clear for you that you're different.
Oh, yeah?
In a lot of different ways.
I see. Okay.
Like either you come in looking a certain way in terms of skin tone, clothing. I mean, I've had hoodies on me in shopping stores, and people thinking I'm about to steal or something. Like there's a big spectrum of what people kind of what it made me feel like, at least a lot of it. But yeah, it's like, the challenges like language, fitting in the culture and understanding the culture, and kind of adapting also. Like coming to a new country, you can't just do as you want and speak as you want, and it's like you gotta adapt to the system and how people move and everything. So all of that was very different, and communication was different, and the way people communicated was different. Like everything is different. Weather is different
from Tanzania. When you said the communication was different, how?
I mean, where I'm from, it's like Hakuna Matata. It's like there's like you're walking in the street in your flip flops, and you meet auntie, you meet grandma, and it could be somebody else's auntie, but they still talk to you like they're yours. It's kind of, see what I mean? It's like walking in the streets, and hey, jamani pe it's like the community feeling is kind of what I miss from my hometown, and it's not like I can walk in the streets here in Oslo and just stop a random guy and be like, hey yo bro, how'd it go this month, man? You good? See what I mean? It's very, very odd. Like it happens from time to time, but it's not like normal, And these are some of these are the things that are a lot.
It's fun. You just said something that I wanted to touch on. It was when you say when you're back home, you met like a member of your aunt or something like that. She's gonna start talking like she's your mom. Like your mom know you here. Your dad know you here. Why are you here? You're like, what are you challenging?
What time is it?
What are you challenging me for? I'm just walking. What do you have to do that I'm here? So,
that's that community kind of taking care of each other and everything. And you know like how it is. Like if your mother is cooking and she's lacking something, and just run over to the neighbor and ask if they got some sugar, some potatoes or whatever. See what I mean?
I'm gonna have dinner here today.
Yeah. So that alone was a huge change. You know?
Just in how people approach each other and how people are carrying themselves and a lot of different things. Yeah. And also,
Yeah. Could I take you back? Because I think, if I don't mistaken, I read somewhere that you came to play football to Norway. That's how you got here, isn't it?
Yeah, I was sort of smuggled in, kind of.
Yeah. That's a nice way to put it.
I mean, it's not. don't arrest me. Don't take my passport. It was not my fault. They chose themselves. I did not participate. Not voluntarily, at least.
Corruption is bad. But when I'm involved, it's independent.
Not my problem, man. No. But yeah. But I was going to play soccer at this cup.
Norway Cup, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had never played soccer. I just never. I had never played soccer in my entire life. Only like in the garden or in the streets, like with the guys and families and stuff. But I had never played soccer. Didn't know much about soccer. I knew there was a ball and all of that stuff. But and prior to that, my parents had already left Africa. My dad first, and then my mother after, and then we were all there with my grandma and aunts and everybody. And I just got the message that you're going to see your parents and you're going to join the Tanzanian Tanzanian soccer team, the international Tanzanian soccer team for this cup.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like they choose like
they recruited you from the street.
It was paid though. It was paid for definitely because I ain't know shit. So it was paid for definitely. So I wasn't recruited by nobody. Somebody got paid to come get me.
Yeah.
So that happened, and then all of a sudden I was on the flight. Never been on a plane. Never seen in snow when I first arrived, and then everything was cold and freezing. It was coming smoke out of my mouth. It was a whole lot of things that just came right away, at once. And they had escalators. I had never seen an escalator. Like elevators everywhere. Like a lot of like modern things that you have never seen before. And like the way people lived was like, we have this saying in Tanzania, especially like they have this view of us fellow Africans coming to Europe, or they call it Ulaya.
Ulaya is like out here. When everyone in like Tanzania, Congo, Burundi, Rwanda, they speak about out here Ulaya, you want to sit down and listen. It's like,
like you're like you're some sort of superstar. You made it. You got money now. They don't know that you got bills. They don't know that you work like 16 hours a day. Like
you can be broke. You're 16, 17. You're broke and tough. I mean, no woman, no friends even care about you. The moment they hear you're gonna go to Ulaya,
you're going to heaven.
Bro, you're going to heaven. Everybody's gonna start getting to know you. So you better not say anything when you're coming to Ulaya.
That was like that, like at least back in the day. But I noticed now though, it's like the younger generations that are coming up in Africa is like, people are they're making moves in Africa. People got money in Africa now. It's not like everybody want to go to Europe and the States nowadays. It's not like that anymore. At least not in the same level like it used to be. But because now it's like the tables have sort of turned because like you said, you built your own farm in Africa. Like you see what I mean? You came and got your bag and you went back home and did something. And that's what a lot of people are doing, right? Because if you
I mean, like you said, people are basically, because I've traveled quite a lot to East Africa, right? And I've met a lot of people that are basically choosing to stay and build in Africa than coming to Europe or coming to the West at all, right? And I think it's simply because, the opportunities are there, right? And once you actually establish something, you can do very well. Right. But coming here at 8 Ulaya, how was that? Because you mentioned, of course, adapting to how the Norwegian culture, and then you cannot just stop anyone in the street and talk to them. Apart from that, what was the other stuff that you noticed?
I mean, a lot of it was personally. I had some family issues, I went through some violence. I went through a lot of, domestic abuse and those things because my father is a very aggressive man and gained a lot of issues and bad habits when we moved here. And I hadn't spent that much time with him when I was younger because I hadn't seen him that much. I once started spending time with my family, like as a family, when I first moved here. At least it felt like it when I was younger. So, but that's sort of where my personal problems started. Like when I moved here, I don't know if things got harder for them, and probably was, but there might be a lot of reasons for that. But I started, going through a lot of issues at home, and that affected my day-to-day life and reality, and shaped the way I thought a lot and the way I saw myself and my situation in general. It didn't make anything easier. It just kind of made the navigation harder, and it kind of gave me a foundation that wasn't mine to begin with, and it wasn't like it always felt unfair. But I don't blame my parents now, and it's like they just like I've learned one thing, and it's like people can only meet you where they have met themselves. And growing up and gaining some perspective and a lot, it's like hearing now what my father went through and what my mom went through and how they kind of built the life that they built for us. Shit. I mean,
we can complain.
I can't complain, but it's like, did I deserve what I got? Maybe not all of it, but still, like, it also like made me the person I am today. So like, fierce and really fighting for what's mine, and I've gained a lot of good traits as a human because of a lot of the things I went through. But I'm not saying it's good, but
No.
And I like the fact that we're raw, and when we sit down and having this type of conversation in this show too as well, because I remember I kind of mentioned it earlier in some guests that we had. That last year I was going through some situationships in life, and I talked to my dad, and my dad come from a family. I think there are 15 children at home.
We're 13. Like my aunts. No, not we, but my aunt. They are like 13 children. So
imagine, right? And being 15 or something like that at home, he's the only one in the entire family that graduated with a diploma, and they come from a family that was very, very, very poor. So everybody was looking up to him. Okay. You're gonna save this family. 15 children. Then he went out to have a good education and then good work. But the thing is, it becomes so tough for him because now he has to help. He has to be the head of aunt, brother, sister, children, grandma.
That responsibility.
It's huge, but like you just said, like, I look back now when I spoke to him, he was like, okay, good that you asked me, said, he started explaining to me. And I was sitting there, I was like, I could never, if it was me, I don't think I would have ever be able to stand here and be alive if I had to go through what he has went through. So it's
But I was about to say as well, that's maybe quite a lot of the, call it old school mentality, if I may put it that way, right? Our parents, they were raised in a different generation, right? So they experienced
different things
than us,
different
right?
upbringings, and it all makes sense, like as time passes by and you grow and you let things heal, and it comes to you in the end. But like going through that pain and going through all those emotions, that's the challenge itself, and accepting them, and
you pointed out basically that's also what music help you getting throughout those
like Serge said, it's like not everybody, like especially men also, like there's very few people I sit down and have these conversations with, because for me it's easy to have these conversations because I've given myself a promise that I will never ever hold something in me that's important for me to talk about if I want to talk about it or need to talk about it, right? So it's like, and what, how the fuck does it hurt us sitting here and having a real conversation instead of talking about everything else that doesn't matter, really, right? So and speaking about it is what kind of helps you also understand it more yourself.
100%.
So so that's so the music kind of made it, and it's not easy to have these conversations. So like the music kind of helped me put words to a lot of things that I couldn't put words to, because I was kind of, you know, creative with it, trying to make things rhyme and trying to make things hit in a certain way, because that's how I felt. Because, and also the sounds, the sonic itself, right? The space you put things in, how they sound, and what key you put in. I say, and it's also like it helps me get like, let's say I have a vision in my head, and that's kind of my movie. You see what I mean? And you know, you're drawing, you're changing, you're taking different angles. You know, it's like your own. You know, you're shaping your own reality, kind of.
Because when you mentioned that reminded me of your EP. Angels and Demons, right? Because you know, I watched that one. I'm like, wow, the emotion, the story that you tell through that EP, man.
Yeah, and I always said it, like, your story can be different, his can be different, mine can be different, and his can be different. But the and even the situations, all of them can be different, but the emotions 100%. Can all be the exact same, right? So my story is my story, your story is your story, but mine can trigger something in you or make you feel something, or just if it's relatable or whatnot. So,
but did you when did you realize that, or maybe you did before you released the EP, the power of demons, what he had in it? When did you realize, like, oh, okay,
when I stopped blaming everybody else for all my bullshit. That's when I realized, it's like, wow, demons for me is just like a reflection of how I felt and who I was at a certain point in time.
That's
life.
Maturity, man.
That's too much.
But that didn't come. I didn't realize that myself, my G, bro. Life taught me that. The people around me gave me that, like, right in front of my face, and that was because it was good people I had around me, right? It was people that literally cared about me, actually cared about me. So. You know, they guided me through a lot and helped me through a lot. But I also was curious enough myself to take action because my life wasn't the way I wanted it to be. And you come to a certain point that you can't look elsewhere than at yourself, because life forces you to do that. Because if you don't do it, you'll end up in very bad places and very bad situations, because everything then just detaches from you. Because, you know, you're carrying around an energy that's, you know, not necessarily good for you, right? Like your spirit is totally empty, kind of. See what I mean? It's like, for example, if you go, let's say you're in a relationship, and you then if you're able to go and cheat in that relationship without feeling anything, I was there at some point in my life.
Your soul is gone.
My soul. Like, when I was doing a whole lot of weird things in my life that just like, and it was like, that's when I realized, like, bro, shit, you even human, you're real. Like, what the fuck you doing, man? See, like, take accountability, responsibility, like, get some fucking morals, get some values. Like, you know,
and the nature and Mother Nature and God will only give you certain opportunities. And then at some point it's gonna be like, you know, and then you like,
if you're out here acting like shit, what you expect to get? Like, see what I mean? So life itself kind of just gave me like punches here and there, and when you kind of try to do better and all, and you always end up in the same loops or whatever. And it's because it's just life giving you the same lessons until you actually learn them.
That's where the power of demons come from.
That's like, and it kind of like when we wrote, me and my team, when I was supposed, because I was supposed to write the entire script for the for the documentary. But at that point, I even realized now myself, I didn't even have I didn't have the power myself to put words on all of it. I had to have help to kind of transcript a lot of it, because, and that was my team helping me as well, like putting words to things, because they knew me also, and based out of my story and what they've heard, what they've heard along the years and experience as well, right? So yeah.
All right, and are you still working with that team, or
same people?
Same people. It's a nice one, right?
Not the label, but the management.
I see. Because you at some point in your career, you actually was signed by one of Norwegian biggest label.
One of the world's biggest label, brother.
That's it. One of the world's biggest.
You should say the name as well, man.
Because you actually went with it Alan Walker, right? Huh?
No, that was before my own music thing. That was when I was DJing. That was when I was DJing. Yeah. I was on tour with him in 2016.
Yeah.
And then I, met him in 2015. Started DJing together. I helped him, learned him a lot stuff that I was actually. They called me and booked me in to do.
What do you mean you taught him
how to DJ? That's a fact.
Facts?
That's a fact.
My man.
His management called me and mailed me and asked me if I wanted to do that, and they actually paid me for it. This is on, like, you could Google it.
I thought he was like mentoring you or something.
No. Other way around.
Even mentors do
not mentoring in terms of life or career, but literally I taught him how to, and I even joined him on tour doing it.
Yeah, that's what I read, right? So I thought you guys, did some touring together.
Yeah, that because of the whole DJ setup and everything.
Okay.
Was he something? I'm pretty sure you weren't expecting this, but like, after that happened, did you look back and be like, "Oh, this was not something I was expecting"? I
wasn't expecting it at all, and it felt, and that success never felt like my success at all, because I felt like I had achieved something, and it was like cool to get the opportunity to be brought on something that big, because we got the chance to warm up for Rihanna, and I have pictures with my fucking top echelon, and I would have been in those rooms or those stages or anything if it wasn't been for his success. So I think it was like a big opportunity.
Yeah,
and it wasn't before 2019, 2020 when I quit all the DJing stuff. 2017, 2018, around that area. I quit, and I was like, no, I don't want to spin decks anymore.
But why though? Why did you decide?
No, because of the outlet. It was like when I was DJing, it felt like I was hiding behind the music, kind of. I was, it gave me a lot, because I learned I trained my ear that way. I learned how music works with, how people react to it, and what they like and don't like, and why, when. A lot of DJing taught me a lot, because you have to study. Always researching, always looking for the best, the newest, or whatever, right? Stay updated.
Yeah.
So being a DJ helped me gain a lot of experience. So the reason I decided to quit was because I felt like I could do more with the music, kind of, not just play it and mix it or whatever.
Yeah.
And I already had the interest in producing, and I've had it, parallel with the DJing career. So I had already acquired some knowledge and experience.
Yeah.
So when I stopped DJing, it was easier to me to channel that in a different direction in the music industry. So I started producing first, and then I got to a point where I needed some vocals, and I was at the studio, and I already knew inside myself that I had the tones, because I knew what kind of melodies I wanted.
Okay.
I wasn't necessarily the greatest vocalist, because I hadn't practiced that. So when I tried, I shipped one of the demos over to my manager, first ones, and he was like, "Fuck it, let's just do this." And that was literally his reaction. I was like, "What the fuck what are we doing? Yeah, what the hell are we doing? What the fuck? Why are we not doing this?" So after that, we just went with it and produced Angels, produced Demons. Took me 4 years to Demons took me 4 years in total.
I see.
So,
But can you explain to the people out there that that haven't listened to your songs, because you don't just sing in one specific language? Why inspired you to also sing in your native language?
I mean, I'm a multicultural person, and I've always been like that since I was little. When I was little, I used to glue myself to the television and watch MTV, Pimp My Ride and Cribs, and listen to a whole lot of 2000 hip hops and 90s hip hop and R&B and a lot of different things. So the music industry has inspired me a lot in who I am today, and the artists I've listened to growing up. But it's not like until the later years where I've developed my own thing, kind of.
See
what I mean?
Yeah.
And Demons just came natural because I had something inside of me that I had to, process.
Yeah.
And the music made it easier for me to paint that picture and process those emotions, because me speaking only to Shrink or my girl or my mom or whatever wouldn't have necessarily given me that. No. It could have given me a lot of different other good things, but not necessarily that.
No.
You know what I mean? Because I wanted the whole thing, like the raw emotions. And I even told the creative director, I mean, we cut out so much.
Really?
The ending.
Yeah.
It was so harsh and so hard because the story went that way. And the ending was supposed to be even colder than what it is now. Then we were actually supposed to display the whole thing. But at some point now, I was like, me and the label and people was like, yo, do we need to show all of this? Because it's enough already. And even myself, I felt like the responsibility of what I was about to show. I was like, could you back all of this? Like, it's not that could you back all of it up? It's like, can you kind of... Could you speak about it? Because there are going to be some questions. Yeah, right?
Definitely.
So, and then I was like, oh shit. Maybe I've like my story is my story and I've gone through what I've gone through, but I'm not sure if I'm able to, when somebody asks me a certain type of question, if I'm going to fumble or just crumble down and be thrown back to that moment or whatever.
Exactly,
And I wasn't ready for all of that, right? And then, so that's how we kind of scaled it down a little bit in terms of what we displayed and how we displayed it. But it was still like, the point got through and the story got through. So
that's good. I have just one extra question for you because you're Tanzania, right? You listen to Chege,
Chege?
Yeah.
No.
Twenze, tukapiga mlazo.
No, I haven't heard that. No, I haven't heard that. No.
You should get on that.
I haven't heard that.
Everybody say, uko wapi nikufate, niambie nitaure.
That melody I've heard.
You heard the melody. She was like the Rihanna of Tanzania.
Okay.
When I was younger, I used to listen to Mr. Nice.
Ah, man, come on, that guy was... The guy is sitting in the shower.
The music videos is what actually caught me with that guy. He was like, he did whatever the fuck he wanted.
But nobody could stop the guy.
He was the first African dude, like East African dude, to have an all-white girl in his video in a villa.
Bro.
And everything was shot on a V quarter or something. Super dope. The whole thing.
Nelly, bro. He was like our Nelly, bro.
He was the shit.
Put a little thing right under his hand.
Oh, just like Nelly,
He was just like Nelly, and then he would sing, bro. The song comes out. That song that you just sing right now, that was a mama. Nani kama mama.
He has a lot
of his mom.
He has a lot of great songs.
No, that guy was damn. That's good.
Nice one.
Bring me back, bro.
Yeah. Wow. But Tanzania, right? And I mean, the only person I think of when I'm thinking of Tanzania in terms of big artists is Diamond.
Of course, Simba.
Yeah. Simba.
I don't know where he got that from, but it fits him.
He does. He does. I think because of his head, it looks like a Simba.
No, with the hair and everything, buff guy.
Having 15 chains on the rims and stuff like it looks like a Simba.
He's dope though.
Yeah.
He's talented.
Yeah. We talked about your EP, right? And I know you released Angels before Demons, right? And Angels is more, it says in the name, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
So you worked with,
it's optimistic. It's, a little bit more positive and also like, kind of just dipping a toe, of what I'm capable of doing and creating, trying different things. Because on Angels, like the songs had more differences, but on Demons they kind of was more coherent, like the whole project. So.
Yeah,
and that was intentionally.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. So it was basically deliberately how you wanted it to go.
Exactly.
Right? Release Angel first and then Demons after.
Yeah.
Right.
To kind of show two different aspects of that spiritual and mental journey.
Well, again, I think it's self-healing in a way.
Kinda, yeah.
Self-healing.
That and smoking a whole lot of weed. I did. Ah, damn.
It's self-healing.
I did a whole lot of Mary Jane things during that period, especially. Yeah.
During both Angels and Demons, or
on Demons was worse. I remember we were recording. We was at the set recording the short movie.
Yeah.
And we was doing the last scene and the last song, Hopeless. And it was super like intense because the moment was everybody was crying.
Yeah.
And
everybody.
Even my manager, like, and he's this Balkan dude that never sheds nothing for anybody. And he was like, like we were fighting for our lives there because they knew the story. So my boys were with me, in spirit and emotions. Like everybody was like, I had 4 arms stroking my back, hard as shit. It was like, bro. So I remember when we finished one of the shots, and this is not even funny yet, but it becomes like, a moment. So I remember when we was finished with that shot, I went down, I stopped, my manager followed me down the stairs, I went straight to my bag, got my shit, rolled up one, went straight out, smoked, and then I started talking. Because at one point, I was so like, it was my way of coping, kind of, escaping also, of course. But it helped me gain a lot of perspective and a little bit of calmness at least at certain points.
There's certain things that people work with in life that
there's certain people
that hit home, right now I need to get a drink or something, because if not, I'm not gonna be the one sitting here promoting these things, but it's more like that's my story, and that's how I ended up in a whole lot of different situations because of certain things, right?
But was that film or that documentary done after you left the label?
No, everything was. I dropped the whole Demons project with Universal.
Okay.
So that project was funded by Universal and also backed and supported by Universal. So, I signed a deal based out of those 2 projects, Angels and Demons. So both of them actually was that.
And when was it you decided to go more independent?
In 2023, that's when we left the label.
Right.
Yeah.
The whole crew.
Yeah.
Big reasons?
I had a good experience being in the label. They great team, great people, knew what to do, knew their thing.
Yeah.
But it was just, time for me to do my own thing, go my own way. It's like I wanted to spread my wings, take complete control over my projects and art and everything.
Yeah.
And now today I pay for my own productions. I pay for my own studio and videos and whatever, and promo, whatever I need to do. So because then I'm left with more, that's one. And 2, it's like, I'm not at a point where I want or need a label. Because we don't live in a time now where having a major label has the same effect as it used to have.
No, that's true.
So right now, my metrics and my numbers are where they are, and I'm not stressing about getting that advance or getting that next cut or next label or whatever. I'm just focused on creating what I love, the way I want to create it, and how I want to create it, when I want to create it. I want to control
freedom, isn't it?
I want to control everything. I'm going back to having fun and going back to the reason I started making music. I'm not making music to get any views. I'm not making any music to get any. Oh, if you don't like it, okay, cool, man. Move along, do your own thing, cool.
100%.
You don't like it, it's you.
I
don't make music for anybody else other than myself. And I've always said that, and I've lost that at some points.
100%. And that's so basically in 2023. That is also when you rebranded, because
I started taking more action and moving my own way completely. Also having the balls to do it, learning more and more and growing, in that area, that time, where you are 25, 26, 27, things started moving different, my environments changed. I got in a relationship, I started a business, life just pushed me in a direction where I had to make a choice. It's like I've been chasing this music thing for 10, 15 years, and it has given me. If I would have died tomorrow, I would have been happy, man, because I've mostly achieved a lot of my dreams, actually. Playing in big world stages to producing for great artists to even having the opportunity to make music and call it my, thing. Even that itself is an achievement. So like, if we would have cut it down to that, it would have been enough. So why not just, keep going with full integrity and, not nudging or moving out of my own way.
Lane, right? Yeah.
In any sort of way, because that's what I want. So yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you get to decide how you want your visions to look like.
And I also get only one person to blame for the outcome.
That's you.
That's me.
That's
100%.
you.
So that also tells me, how bad do you want this?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I have experienced that with a lot of peers because, it's like life challenges us.
Yeah. 100%.
You're not always going to be living like, oh, what we going to do today, man? Because everything going to be all right. No, it's not.
No.
Your family got to eat.
Yeah.
One day you're going to get kids.
Yeah.
Bills got to be paid. And you're not always going to sit there and say like, oh, I'm an artist. I'm a be all right. You might not.
Nah,
We just had that. I guess, you asked him a really good question. He said, if there's anything you will change on now that you're doing music, the first thing he said was focus. Because he had too much distraction around.
Yeah, it was a whole lot of other things going on.
The moment they start focusing, 2 singles out. They're really good,
Because it's like, it's like what you spend your time on and what you put your energy on. And, it's like, And if you focus on, I just want to let the music and the vibe speak for itself.
Yeah.
And the rest will just follow through. And if people fuck with me, they fuck with me. If they don't fuck with me, they don't fuck with me. I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Either way is a blessing.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
But again, it's your story, isn't it? So that's the thing, that it's your story. And, you have released at least call it a teaser of the type of music that you're producing now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because,
I'm making the best music of my life at this point, right? I'm making the best music of my life at this point. And I think the reason of that is a lot of the things that we just spoke about, right? Now.
Yeah.
Just being able to kind of, take the time it takes. If it takes 2-3 years more, just let it do it. So don't like force anything.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Nah.
And it just kept building. I went to London, went here, moved around, with different people, producers, writers, whatever, helped me out a lot, And we landed on something that me and my team think that, this is nice. Sounds good. Sounds like the person you are right now. So
100%. Again, like I'm saying, because the project you did with Angels and Demons was basically self-healing, right? And now I feel like you've rebranded to this new artist.
Yeah, man. We got it. I'm putting my light, like I said, my vision, and my wishes and my dreams are just like, the music is just my canvas, It's like where I'm at life, that's what you're gonna get. So if I'm sad as shit, that's what you're gonna get. If I'm on some fuck shit, you're gonna get some fuck shit. If I'm on some love shit, you see what I mean?
Woke up today, feel like shit. So
that's why you can, when you listen to the music and see the content and whatever, you see the journey itself. And that's the reason I want to do music the way I'm doing it, because that's what it does for me. It helps me, guides me, and all of these things.
Because I know since last year, 2025, end of 2025, and the beginning of this year, right? Like I said, you've been releasing some teasers, and I know that you have plans to do some recording some videos, right? Right. That's happening back home, if I'm not mistaken. You want to do it in Tanzania, yeah?
So we're planning on, going on a trip home. Having some sessions, recording some content, meeting people, doing promo runs, and just move around and meet the people, meet the industry, try to be in the environment. So because it's hard for me, to promote this new sound. I want to target the audience it's for.
Okay.
The first ones, kind of. See what I mean?
That is home.
Yeah.
I see.
So I want to kind of present it as in, coming back home. This is my shit.
Salti is back home.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Kind of,
Yeah.
So that's why I want to, do all the promo runs there, do all of the things necessarily to just get a spot somewhere, hopefully.
If you're probably gonna get a spot back home, after you've been listening to your music, is there any artist that you wanna feature with?
Oh, I already have a session tomorrow with one of the features that's gonna be in the track, and that's a fellow sister, and Akuvi. She's joining one of the songs.
Right.
We're gonna have to see how it goes tomorrow, but I think we're gonna nail it because she's a talented and good person. Good person. And I have we've had some thoughts of working with some of the Tanzanian artists. We have links with because one of the guys in my management works with Mr. Simon, which is Harmonize's producer, and me and Simon have worked together.
I see.
So, trying to get in the room with these people, because I think also I have a lot to offer in my experience, not just as an artist, but as a producer to kind of, I want to get in the room with these people because I think I have a lot to, how should I say this? I think I have a lot to contribute to the industry and the music biz there as a producer and engineer as well, because we need more of that in Dar es Salaam as well, right?
Yeah. I mean, again, I think you had some great experience, man, based on how you started your journey and where you're going.
It's been a lot. It's been a ride, man.
Yeah.
And now I like, and until where it is at now, it's like sometimes it's just surreal because like I haven't got the chance sometimes to even stop and realize how things are going and where we are and how we've got there. So we've been through a lot. Man.
But maybe you're still going through a lot of positive things, a lot of things that you're just going through. You don't have time to stop.
You just got to keep going. You got to keep hustling. Right? And then, but also it's important sometimes to just kind of, not necessarily just celebrate every win, but noticing the small victories in life. Just like making a better choice than what you did yesterday, pushing yourself a little bit towards that side on that on when this side was craving something from you or whatever, just there's not always like the big wins that counts. It's like the smallest wins in our day-to-day life that kind of decides if how the outcomes of our other situations turn out. Right?
Yeah. And you mentioned that you are, you're running your own company in addition to producing music, right?
I had to do something at one point, man, because I had to make money.
Yeah. Like you mentioned, you have bills to pay, you have family to feed. You need, you have to do something, right? But at the same time, listening to you right now, I feel like there's a point where you have to actually decide whether you should go 100% in the music or what. Because of course you're doing it now as as much as you can now, but then you're running a business as well. So it's either you have to hire someone to manage the business and you focus on the music, or how do you see yourself managing those stuff?
I'm able to do both because I went a long period of my life where I only did music and kind of was only dependent on that. And that was a little challenging because I didn't always make anything out of it or gained anything out of it, like financially. And like, that takes a toll on you in the longer run. And the older you get, the more of these responsibilities are even more serious, right? Because the world and like the people around you also expect more from you, right?
Yeah.
And you can't just like running around happy-go-lucky on a cloud and expecting that one day. And you gotta strategize and plan towards the result and actually put the work into. Like if you know what it takes to do something or become something, you gotta put in the hours and the work and get the result you need to push yourself further, right?
Yeah.
And I couldn't just, depend on one thing, like, because I don't want to be 40 and jumping up and down on stage and, maybe by then I just want to produce and mix a little bit, I had to kind of build a solid foundation so I was able to do the music the way I want to do it. And that's the reason I started looking elsewhere for financial stability.
I see.
Because that way I get to choose to do music because I love it, not because I have to, and not because I had to make money out of it. And that can be very challenging and conflicting in the mind, because as an artist, you want to be able to be free in your art.
That's true.
And when you're bound to these things, you got to make money, got to get views, whatever. Then it determines the quality of the art, and also the integrity, right? Because you gotta feel that you
giving something, right,
and not just doing it because you're doing it.
You had the right focus,
intention.
Yes, a lot of people, both artists and just like people in general, that want to start a business or something.
Or even just do something, just achieve something, just either acquiring a skill, a talent, or whatever.
Every time I start something new, I look at it first as a hobby. And I feel like because I'm always having an open mind, and then everything else I wasn't expecting just falls inside by itself, money-wise, career-wise. It's because I went into that situation not expecting anything, just be able to be present and...
Yeah, because now I can wake up and I know that I'm able to take care of myself and my family and my own, and then I can sit down with the good conscience with the music and just sit there and produce and know that these hours that I'm spending on here now is not something that I need to spend somewhere else, because I've already cleared my calendar and I've made sure that I've got the bag that week. See what I mean? Or whatever, whatever it is.
I mean, that just sounds like peace of mind, right?
Exactly. And I'm not saying that it's like it's a journey as well. It's like it's a process and there's levels to it. See what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, but it like you said, it is some sort of peace, right? Because then you get to decide yourself more, right? And that's you buy your own time back, kind of.
There's this quote that I usually love. It's I love what you do what you love. It's basically right, and that stick with me every time. Every time I'm tired and I have training, and then you have like your mind, maybe you can take off to them like, what this is what you
see, what your mind is doing to you every day. It's designed that way. It's literally designed.
That negative feedback, right?
A thought starts in your head, then it becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration, and that vibration becomes a magnet, and that magnet either attracts or repels your whatever you have spoken into the reality.
Exactly.
And if you already woke up and told yourself that I'm not gonna do this today,
you sold it,
or you already got your answer, my guy.
Me, the thing is, I fight with that every day, and I'm happy that because in the
that's a good thing.
Yeah, in the beginning you fall into that. Like, comfortable today.
You be like, nah, I don't get nah.
I have to start waking up like, yes, I'm waking up. Going to football training is no an issue because that's what I always do. But go to the gym the day I don't have training, I was fighting, and then one was like, what am I doing this because I love it? Okay, and I'm paying this much, but I'm going to the I need to cover my money. I gotta get up from that day on. I'm gonna get up.
We was at a restaurant once. You reminded me of a thing. We was at a restaurant once. And it was my birthday, and I used to work at this restaurant called Brasilia, and I used to cut meat there. And I took all my friends and my siblings, and we were there. And my big brother once, we were there, and he was like, "How much this buffet cost?" Because it's like a buffet, and you can eat as much as you want. You get like one plate with full of sides, and then you get like endless meat, chicken, loins, whatever you want. And then he was like, "How much is this buffet?" And it was like $5.95 or something like this, $60 or whatever. And then he was like, "Okay, so today I'm only eating meat for 600 kronos." Because don't give me no potatoes. I'm paying for the meat.
I'm paying for that, bro. You gotta get
so
up.
that's when you say you get your money's worth. It's like, and how many grams is 600 grams of beef? How much does that cost? 600 kronas worth of beef. And he was like, "Oh yeah, it's this, and that." Okay.
That's funny because you remember me, I was in a same situation. I think it was my older brother's birthday, we went to a
Yeah.
similar restaurant. And we were all excited. Today we're gonna get our money worth.
Mm-hmm.
Half an hour in, we've traveled all the bits. We start looking at each other. We're so full. And the guys are coming back. You guys want more? We look at each other like, shit. I was speaking too early. I'm so full right now.
There's the thing about that, right? I feel like when there's a buffet, it's like people almost like fast to get that. I don't know.
You just want to go and then you're like, why did I do this? In Trondheim, you know, Egon restaurant in Trondheim, and they used to have like buffet on Sundays.
Yeah.
Bro, I will go in there, I won't walk outside. Me and my friend, we are two best friends, you know, and we will go in there after church.
Yeah.
And we would sit there, we start eating the first round, second round. And then they bring new warm pizza. So we wait, we go to the bathroom. As long as you don't leave, we go to the bathroom, we come back, we sit there. We will have conversation, we bring computers, we will sit there. When we're hungry again, we stand up, we go. Because the moment you leave the restaurant, you're not allowed to come back. Today we gotta get all that money worth, man.
That's some African shit, though. That's some
Guess
African
what?
shit,
We
though.
were two Africans. Yes, but every Sunday almost. Hey, buffet? Yes. You're not coming back home eating, bro. You guys sleep in there. At some point, they knew us, the regular was,
Yeah.
hey, welcome.
You just camp at the restaurant. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, again, that's some African shit, isn't it? We want to get our money's back.
It is.
Yeah. All right. But back to you though. So you mentioned, your music, you are working with some, other artists to produce new stuff coming up. You mentioned Akuvi, and you mentioned some other friend here in Tanzania, right? Right. So, what should we expect? Because again, I think I've heard some of Akuvi's music, and it's giving me the same vibe of the type of music that you're producing nowadays, right?
It's Afrobeats.
Yeah.
And, but in my own way.
Yeah.
In the way I, interpreted
Exactly.
the sound.
Yeah.
So into my work.
Yeah.
And I think it's exciting because it's also a fresh breath in that sonic area.
Yeah.
It's like, it's I've made it kind of, I've incorporated the genre into my own sound. kind of.
Yeah. Because I mean, basically, it's more of a, call it joyful celebration type of songs, right?
Yeah, I want all the songs throughout the project to kind of, just the only feeling I want people feeling is, the positive energy. Like
That's it.
that's it. The feeling of kind of self-worth and how should I say this? I mean, also like what should I say? Identity and oh my God, I lost the word. Strength.
Yeah.
Strength, yeah.
I see. Yeah. Well, I mean, I am not sure if you mentioned when you guys are going to eventually release that song. I'm hoping at the end of the year, right? So I'm really looking forward to it, and I am,
It's not just one song; it's several ones. So I have like singles coming out. So there's one coming out in April.
All right.
And then also I'm just gonna keep rolling.
Yeah. Again, I think we have some great talents here in Norway.
We have,
and my hope is that we will keep supporting each other, right? Having some big, I don't know. Someone called it something like Afro Nation, but more for Scandinavians. You know what I mean? Something like that would have been super cool to have, like a regular thing. Once.
I mean, us supporting each other as artists is the greatest thing we can do because I mean we can like collaborate across platforms, right? So it just benefits whoever is collaborating. So I mean, supporting each other should be like one of the main topics.
Yeah,
in
100%.
the industry.
You guys just are into something that are actually maybe is something that we can actually look at and try to create, like what you said, because I feel like in Norway, especially in Oslo, there's a lot of Afro artists that are good but you guys don't get to cross paths as much because in Norway, Afro is not that much. So now we start to show, you know. I feel like there should be more of that, because then you start finding like, oh, I remember the first time I listened to it, we were in your car, and I looked at you, I was like,
is that you?
It's happening. It's kind of it's a ongoing process, and you know, like more and more artists are coming out as you know, younger generations are getting older, and you know, starting to experiment with their sounds and everything. So there's a lot of cool new artists just like popping up here and there that you've never heard about. So it's like always something new to hear or something new to see. So,
but do you feel like that hasn't happened before? Because in Norway we had such like a country that like our culture, like we don't want to change things, speed or. Why do you think?
But you say, I think we're in a way better place than what we've been like the last years, because now you see more and more Norwegian artists topping the lists. Now it's not just only Justin Bieber or Drake or whatever. You actually might see 15, 20 artists on that list, on that top 50 list or whatever, right? So, and that's why I think it's a good thing that the music, the Norwegian music industry is kind of expanding. I feel like it is expanding, and it's been on that journey for a while now. But also, Inspire, like here in Norway, we also have like a lot of people like me that have grown up with a father from there or a mother from here, and then maybe have 3 nationalities in their bloodline, right? Which I have. My mother is half Indian, so see?
I would have never guessed.
Right? And my father is Arabic. And she's half Tanzanian and half, see what I mean? So it's like, and my kids again are gonna be quarter Norwegian, quarter this, quarter this. See what I mean?
So of everything.
Yeah, right. So you kind of so I think like as time progresses and moves on, we will even experience more of artists like me popping up and you know interpreting their culture and sound into what they have experienced growing up as Norwegians, right? So they might even take the Norwegian sound and put that into what they have in themselves, right? So I think it's just going a great like direction, kind of.
100%.
What speed is going at, that's a different topic. Then it's just like, you know, timing and trends and you know what influences the movement, kind of.
But I agree a lot today.
Because there's always like, there's always, just to add on that, there's always there's always going to be a new Omalay popping up. There's always going to be a new, you know, like Bianca or Diamond Platinums or Astrid S coming up. It's never going to be them specifically like them, but there's going to be a person like that popping up in every generation almost. Because, you know, we inspire each other. Like, I listen to what I listen to, which shaped the way I make what I make, right?
Yeah. We're all coming in different shapes and ideas and timing.
Inspired by each other.
Exactly. But you mentioned the speed here, right? Is there anything or any way we could have, you know, I don't know, made it earlier? Or what would you say regarding the speed that we are moving?
I mean, also that you gotta take it to accountability that the people also gotta fuck with the sound. Like, you know what I mean? That's like the people gotta like the genre and the music. Like you have different countries listening to different types of music.
100%.
And that's based on how, you know, how they live their lives in that country and how the culture is and a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
If you go to Norway, they listen to this type of music. If you go to UK, the majority listens to this type of music. But there's never like one genre or something. No. There's always going to be one pocket you can place you in.
Yeah.
But
All right.
And today there's a lot of pockets today.
Yeah. Well, but that's a good thing too, because it's like it kind of expands, because then you're not limited to making one sort of sound or whatever, right? So,
That's true.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, you mentioned there's a lot of different genres today, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then again, mentioning people with different nationalities, different background, trying to mix their identity, whatever, through their music. I think that's something that I've noticed in a lot of artists from different countries, different background. We had a guest here previously that their name for like their artist name is basically I call it a declaration to where they're from, right?
Yeah.
So it's like they are so connected to their root that all their music, of course, it's Norwegian, but also back home, right? So those two identities are kind of mixed in their sound and their music, the message they try to share with their audiences, right? So
Could be the clothes they wear in their shoots, could be the sounds they choose to use, and there could be defined in a lot of different ways.
yeah.
And it's today, which is good. Today we have people have a lot of freedom to express themselves, and
That's a blessing that a lot of people don't have.
That's so
That's not something you can take for granted because
like if you're from like me, I'm not from Congo. I haven't done yet, but they're already at work. One day I'm gonna pull up Congolese clothes. Yeah, I'm gonna show you your shoe color. Today, before maybe people could hide a little bit, or whatever. But today, we have to be able to expose ourselves because you never know. Somebody can be curious, like, oh, where is that from? You know what? I've been wanting to travel there. I've been wanting to learn this, but I never. Now you get an opportunity. But if I was always just keeping for myself and my own people all the time, we're never gonna go forward,
Nah. So they should be ready for Serge Le Sapeur.
I'm telling you, Mokoto. Você snus are into what? Kaka. That is sick.
Bastard, yes. Like the suits.
But not that much. He won't be that much, okay?
Why not? Come on,
My Congolese people. It's like my dad, bro. When I was young, we had a pretty good house, but the basement, I had the basement because I was the second oldest, and my older brother left the house. And then in the basement too, like next to the bathroom, there was like two small rooms we can walk in. And then my dad had so much shoes, he made those two small rooms to be his shoes.
Okay, well,
coming in, not Nike sneakers. No. Only like there's a name for it. The one who dress you only wear with a suit.
Yeah.
Only those type of shoes.
Yeah.
So he'll come in, and then he'll be sitting on weekend.
That is some proper Congolese thing.
He'll be sitting watching TV on a weekend. He's gonna go out to meet his friend. He was like, Serge, and I come up. He's like, yo, go downstairs. On the second row, to the left, you're gonna see some shoes that are black. You bring them up, and I'm go down there. I'm like, how many black shoes am I? So I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to that extent. Okay, one or two is enough because some Congolese they go too much, bro. Like every day coming out, go to the boutique, dressed up. Go somewhere, dress up, bro. Relax.
Yeah.
Take
I know.
a chill pill, bro.
It's there is this documentary on YouTube about Le Sapeur.
Yes.
Those guys, they might not have food at home, but they dress like
suits,
a billion.
Man, it's expensive.
So that's a lifestyle that is very expensive, but they are.
But they're expressing the culture.
Yeah, exactly.
Will they, like you just said, rather something that's good. Can they do it better? I agree, because you cannot not have food at home but you still dress well. That's what the difference is. You know what I mean? Like, I want us to express the culture, but do it properly because
Priorities.
Priorities, man. We're influencing the bad influence. Next generation coming up, there's no food at home, but look, I got Louis Vuitton on me. That documentary, sometimes I'm watching the documentary and I'm sitting
That's
down
like
really.
You're seeing somebody driving a Porsche and they live in a 20 square meter apartment, or 25 or whatever.
That, buy yourself 47 big ass house, man.
Go 60 at least.
A car is gonna come out, take a bike. No.
But
I used to live like that though when I was younger a little bit. I used to live, not necessarily clothes and stuff like that, but I used to like be very unresponsible with
with your money and luxurious lifestyle, even though you couldn't really afford it.
Yeah, I was more like I didn't care because I thought it was like money comes and goes. Yeah, it does, but
use it wisely.
I was like that, man. At some point, you get paid on 28th. On the 30th, you look at your account and like, it's only been 2 days, man. What the heck happened? And then, at that time, I had the car. So it's like, how am I gonna? You start going to the garage and ask to become best friend with them. Man, look, my car's missing something, man.
Oh, wow. But that when it comes to this Le Sapeur thing, reminds me of this African Cup of Nations that was just earlier in 2026,
Morocco?
Right? Yeah. There's this guy. He was a proper sapper representing Congo, isn't it?
Yeah, the one who was
watched
standing?
Yeah.
He proper sapper. You saw he could not stand in a singlet because Morocco is so hot. You know, it's warm. And the guy is in a suit. Glasses,
90 minutes.
Man, I'm telling you. And he doesn't move. I wonder if he's still like a statue, bro, because, you know...
Yeah, but there was a meaning behind that. There's a message behind that, right? So it's a powerful message, but still, though, 90 minutes straight, right?
Yes. And probably 40 degrees or something.
Yeah. I didn't even see him sweating. The camera zoomed in, there's no sweat, but I didn't see anything, bro. I was still wondering if this is actually a human being or a robot.
He's used to it, bro.
Yeah.
But like you're saying, there's a meaning of it. Patrice Lumumba, you know?
That was it.
And then also not just that, because of the things that are going on back home, because a lot of African countries right now, you know, Sudan, Congo, right now we're seeing things that are happening only over here in the West world. But the things that are happening back home, nobody's speaking about it.
There's no coverage about what's going on in Congo. You see a lot of things about Gaza and the horrible stuff, but there's nobody talking about what's going on in Congo and Sudan. And you know, in Sudan, they're beheading people.
I know, right?
They're beheading people with machetes, man.
It's crazy.
In the middle of the street.
Yeah. And somebody's paying for that so that it doesn't get coverage. It does not get coverage because we don't want to cover it. Something is happening so that it doesn't get out. You know, imagine with all the technology we have today, it's impossible that we wouldn't be getting coverage of that.
It's probably being filtered. A lot of the content and the information that gets out.
So it's very controlled how they share the messages.
You're seeing.
And the only opportunities, you know, those countries will get to express them is like under AFCON and whatever. That's when you have this guy coming standing. If Congo didn't make it to AFCON to go to Morocco, we will not know. A lot of people wouldn't know about Patrice Lumumba at all.
That is true.
Know, because of this. So until something happened like World Cup, you know, Olympics, that's when people get to express, things is happening in Sudan. You know, it's been happening the past 10 years.
Yeah.
100%. Like you mentioned, basically, a lot of people didn't know about Patrice Lumumba until, you know, this guy came up, and so people were basically, you know, getting the history again, like, so that's why he's doing it, right? Anyways, we have drifted away from our conversation here, man. But again, that was Congo. But back to you though. You know, I feel like we have covered a lot of the questions that I wanted to know about yourself, and I'm sure you did the same. We have covered a lot of stuff. But is there anything else that you'd like to add to the conversation that we haven't discussed?
I had one more before we go to yours. You're from Tanzania, you know? What's your favorite dish?
My favorite dish? Oh, shit. Ugali, bro.
Ugali, yeah?
Ugali au chapati. Yeah. Ugali na dagaa au chapati na maharage. Chapati na maharage na nyama kukanga. Ile kavu ile.
No sauce. Just look.
You heard how he said,
People don't understand, bro. You see, you eat that, you don't want to move. You're like, today I'm going to have a great day.
I made my and sambusas also. My girl is Norwegian, completely Norwegian, and she had some conversations with my mom. So I come home to this fully like African cooked meal, like, and here is this fucking 1.5 meter tall Norwegian girl cooking ugali.
She's in there.
Yeah. And I was talking ugali.
The sweat in there, you're like, go on, girl.
Big up.
So she knows. She knows.
That's good.
Nice one.
But yeah, if I have anything I want to say, man, I ain't got the answers for anything, bro.
Nah.
Like I'm just navigating through all of these things that we spoke about, and it's like, you know, my experiences are my experiences, and people's experiences are their experiences. But you know, I'm just here to, you know, share my experiences, and hopefully somebody listening to it can, you know, either relate or, you know, take something from it. And you know, I just want to spread positivity and encourage others to live through love and positivity. That's my message. Just live through love and positivity. And there's one thing, important thing.
Go ahead.
We go through a lot of emotions and things in life, but no matter how fucked up that situation or whatever happened, you somehow are sitting here today. Just think about that. And you've seen a lot, you've heard a lot, you've felt a lot, and you've experienced a lot. That you thought was the end, that you thought it was like gonna fuck you up or whatever it was gonna do to your life or whatever. But still, in some way, you kind of, you know, push through that. And just acquire that way of thinking towards every like hardship you face in life, bro. Because there's always a solution. There's always a positive to a negative. There's always a negative to a positive. So, you know, it's like if you drink too much water, you're going to die. If you drink too much alcohol, you're going to become an alcoholic. But you can also enjoy alcohol. See what I mean? So there's a good and a bad to everything.
I like that you just say something that's really good. If you drink too much water, you're going to die. But they tell us water is healthy. But you got to be able to not drink too much because that's going to become negative. So there's always negative to positivity. You know?
There's always a good side to a bad side and a bad side to a good side.
Just do it, but just do enough. So
Yeah.
And with love and with integrity and with, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's a good one. You know, again, really appreciate you coming in, sharing your story.
Thanks for having me, man.
And for opening up as well, right? Because you shared some stuff that are very personal to you, right? You know, but at the same time, even though you mention it through your music, but to still sit here and talk about it, you know, it's appreciate it because I think some people wouldn't want to do that because then it might be opening up about past wounds, right? But
it was what it was.
Exactly,
it is what it is.
Right.
You have to be able to sit in those wounds and feel them because nothing stays for forever. Everything at some point you're gonna let it loose, but you have to feel it, let it marinate. You know?
Have you guys ever thought about this? Like, there's actually a lot of things that aren't good or bad until they hit your mind. You don't know if something is good or bad or until the thought has hit your mind and you decide yourself whether it's good or bad based on your experiences and what you have been through. You know what I mean?
That's a good one right there. I'm gonna take that one.
No, but for real though. But for real though, next time you get crazy mad at something that's really the simple things that throws us off. It's like, bro, you're gonna waste your entire energy and day
on that
because somebody cut you over in the street and you'll be like, come on, Marco. See what I mean? You're gonna give that person that you've never seen or met in time. That person has never thought about you.
Nah.
See what I mean?
You know what?
But seriously.
He just cursed, but in Swahili I like it because that curse in English on the origin it's worse, it's bad. So I like that you say, Kumamakwa.
Translate then.
No. There are a lot of people that already understand what I said, but
translation curse. Like fuck, fuck is nothing. This one is bad.
But think about it though. Think about it, bro. Think about it, bro. You go to a shop and you like, I do this also often. Like I catch myself doing stupid shit all the time. You pick up something and it drops and you go like, and you threw a whole tantrum 15 minutes because you dropped something. Simple things as that. Gonna determine if you're gonna get home to your girl happy or not. And then you're gonna think about it. Am I gonna give this person shit because a bottle dropped in the store or some lady yelled at me because I was...
That's true. Control your energy. Protect your energy.
Be very careful what you put your energy into because that shit can flip, you know.
I agree.
It affects the result of your day and your focus and a lot of things.
So don't let the small things, you know.
Like,
ruin your day.
Put good energy on it.
Yeah,
Even if you're going cleaning. Hey, I'm going cleaning today, man.
Yeah.
Don't be like, oh shit, I'm a Steph Sugar on. But it's simple.
How's the day looking like? I live in collective, so I gotta get there. Be like, who's on Monday? Monday's not taking. We try again tomorrow.
Cleaning ain't fun until somebody tells you to.
That's what I'm telling you, man. And then now, like you said, me too. Like maybe like 2 years ago, I would get upset on any and everything. But today, like even cleaning, I get there, nobody's there. Wednesday, Tuesday, maybe I can put myself as last at midnight. Everybody's sleeping because I know nobody's watching. Instead of me getting upset, like, you know what? It's my fault. I came in down there late. So I'll put myself at midnight and go home and relax. And when it's my time, there's no one here. I can be happy when I clean. But before I get there, man, there's no one to wash today. Start taking away some people. Wipe myself next to the number, you know, like that's not good, you know. Like he says, control your energy, you know. And then like again, like both of you were saying, sometimes it's you yourself. Like, why did I not go down there and check when around 5 p.m. if I was home at 5 p.m. and say, oh yeah, there's a time slot at 6 p.m. that I can wash. But if I was just sitting home doing other things, forget to go check down when I can wash my clothes, and I get there and it's fully booked, I have no one else to blame but myself, because I spent my time on things that aren't necessary. So like now I'm gonna go down there and check my time. So I completely agree. Put your energy in things that, you know, will reward you.
Yeah, again, that's also back to you rebranding yourself, spraying good energy through your music and everything else, right? I think, again, appreciating you coming in, bro. It's been a pleasure talking to you and listening to your story, right? And I'm looking forward to following your journey, right? Your releases and your collaboration with other artists, right? As well as you going down to Tanzania and doing some proper shows there.
Yeah, man.
Yes, Diamond Platinum, if you're watching, man, Santi's coming down to Tanzania, you know.
Yeah.
You should give, you know, maybe a feature one day.
He's like that one uncle, you know. Hey, wait, run away. This is my boy over here. Take care of my boy here.
Kichwa kama simba, unasikia?
Oh, he's like one uncle.
Like real African uncles, you know, like.
Yeah. Wow.
Thank you so much, man.
It's been a pleasure, man. So,
And good luck.
yeah,
with
much
the podcast and
appreciated.
everything.
Yeah. Yes. And before we wrap up, again, you know, thank you so much for tuning in to Live, Learn, Inspire podcast. And just a quick heads up for you guys. We've noticed that over 80% of our viewers have not subscribed or follow our shows. But the metrics indicates that there's a lot of people that are interested in this show and are following this program. The only way that you guys can actually show that this program is appreciated is when you guys follow and subscribe. So if you guys can do that, would be much appreciated, and that will also help us to bring in more guests and produce more content for you guys. So thank you all for tuning in, and this is Live, Learn, Inspire podcast. Nice one.
Signing out.